Hello, everyone, and welcome to the beginner section of Hey to G'day. This is episode number 2, and today we will be talking about what people get wrong about Australia. So, things that people think about Australia that probably aren't especially accurate. If this episode is too easy, you can listen to our intermediate and advanced episodes about the same topic where we ask the same questions. So, Luke,
Yes,
let's get into it.
let's do it.
So, Luke, people say there is dangerous wildlife everywhere in Australia and all around us right now. Is this true? Tell me about it.
I think it's true to an extent. Yes, there is wildlife, like insects or other dangerous animals. However, for example, where we live, it's not that common. And what do you think about this topic of dangerous wildlife in Australia, George?
I think it is not true. For instance, when I was in Europe, in Ghent, Belgium, shout out if you're from Belgium, I saw a spider maybe this big. If you're listening on Spotify, I'm sorry. And that was probably the biggest spider I've seen in a couple of years. So I definitely don't think Australia is a dangerous place to live. But when I was in Europe, many people would say that, and they were actually afraid or scared to come here.
Yes, George, that's a very common phrase you hear from people that live overseas when they haven't been to Australia before. And George, so the next topic we have here that I'm going to ask you is that a lot of people think that Australia isn't very multicultural and that everyone is a surfer. What do you think of this?
So this is certainly not true. I can't surf. Can you?
Neither can I.
Yes, I don't know many people who can surf. And Australia has people from many, many different cultures now. So, right now in Australia, about 30% of people are born overseas, so not born in Australia. And basically, the most common countries to come from are China, India, and Vietnam at the moment. So people look very different here. Yeah, so that is certainly not a true statement. Luke, people think Vegemite, which will flash an image on YouTube, people think Vegemite is extremely popular, but this isn't true. Luke, what is Vegemite, and can you tell me about it?
Sure, I certainly can, George. Vegemite is a spread you usually put on bread that is toasted. It's very common to have in Australia for breakfast. However, not everyone likes this spread. For me, personally, I really enjoy it and I have it very frequently throughout a week. How about you, George? Do you eat Vegemite consistently or not at all?
I never ever eat Vegemite. It's not that I don't like it, it's that I like other things for breakfast more.
So the next thing we believe a lot of people get incorrect about Australia is that it's very hot all the time, all around Australia. This is certainly not the case, in my opinion. What do you think about this, George?
This is certainly not true. For instance, right now it is about 20 degrees in Melbourne, and it is not very sunny. I have with me a jumper, and I am wearing long pants. And last night it was so cold I had to use the heater. And in Melbourne, every year, about 140 days of that year, there is rain in Melbourne. So it rains a lot here. And in Melbourne, it's also quite, well, Victoria. In Victoria, it's also quite well known for having snow in the winter, and many people go and ski or snowboard.
Yes, it's a very popular activity for people from Victoria to do in the winter months. And this usually comes as a surprise to most people who haven't come to Australia before from overseas.
So, everyone, thank you very much for tuning in to the beginner episode of Hey to G'day. If you liked the episode, please do write us a comment. We do have a link in the description where you can get in touch, you can talk to us. And we also have our transcripts for free in the link in the description. And we also have a Q&A, a question and answer link, so you can ask us any questions and we will answer them in the next episode. And we are thinking that the next episode will be about Australia's most dangerous animals.
Yes.
So tune in next week for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.